Don't look now, but Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington, has matured into a commanding actor in his own right. It's hard to believe the timeless Denzel has a son in his 30s, but it's true. Denzel Washington's son has grown up to be gorgeous. College football. John David graduated from high school as an All-American standout and earned a scholarship to Morehouse College in Atlanta, Georgia, where he played until graduation in 2006. Football wasn't just a passion for John David, it was also his path to independence. He told The Breakfast Club, "It was my independent card. I earned my own scholarship. I'm very proud of that. My parents didn't pay for my schooling. I took it very seriously because it was all I had." In the trenches. Signed as an undrafted free agent in 2006, John David spent 2 years on NFL practice squads before moving to Germany to play for the NFL Europa's Rhein-Fire team. He then returned to the United States in 2009, playing 4 seasons in the United Football League until the league closed, ending his sports career. John David doesn't hold any regrets for the way his career turned out, saying in an interview, "It was my quest to make it, and I made it as far as I could." Balling on HBO. Encouraged by acclaimed director Spike Lee, John David made his film debut at 9 years old as an extra in 1992's Malcolm X, a film which earned his father an Oscar nomination for Best Actor. Once John David's sports days ended, he's since made a name for himself in Hollywood on HBO's Ballers, appearing opposite Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and he didn't use any of his family connections to get the role. He auditioned for the role 11 times and only told his dad about the gig after he'd landed the part. Distance from dad. In 2010, John David served as a producer for a movie starring his father, The Book of Eli. But since then, he's been putting more distance between his dad's professional profile and his own. John David says it's nothing personal, it's just an effort to make space for himself, which has even extended to outright lying about who his father is.
I used to lie about what my dad's occupation was. I'd say he's a construction worker, or he's doing time right now, or pick the characters that he actually did in movies and just go with it like they were real.
Family values. John David speaks highly of his parents, particularly his mother Pauletta Washington, a musician and actress who chose to sideline her career to raise John David and his 3 siblings.
And my mother actually was making more money than he was when they started. She was on Broadway, Juilliard.
Really?
Yeah, pianist, classically trained. You know, she was getting on their first date. She paid for the date.
You know what they say, you can tell how well a son was raised by the way he treats his mama. Just look at him. Though John David has been careful not to trade on his famous father's name, there is one benefit he's gotten from his parents that he can't hide. He's incredibly hot. In fact, People magazine devoted an entire article to the web's reaction to his beauty after the internet went berserk over his 2015 appearance at the Golden Globes. "Look at what God did," posted one Instagram fan. "Good job, God." Looking for love. With everything he has going for him, you might expect John David to be quite the player. But in fact, it's quite the opposite for one reason: trust issues. He told Men's Journal, "Growing up, I saw how people treated me differently when they knew who my father was. And unfortunately, that has led him to question the motivations of women he has dated."
In all honesty, because I have trouble trusting. I have trust issues, thinking that they picked me because of who my father is.
On to the next one. In between production on Ballers, John David is still out there looking for that next project. And he loves the challenge, telling Men's Journal, "I'm auditioning like crazy and I'm getting turned down like everybody else, so I feel great." He does have one high-profile project already in the can, RZA's musical drama Coco, which stars Azalea Banks as an aspiring hip-hop artist.
It was such a treat working for him, working with him. And yeah, I'm looking forward to this underground kind of hip-hop, 8 Mile female version of the story.
But don't worry, John David has no plans to pursue a 3rd career as a rapper. He says the only rhymes he wants to spit are Shakespeare's. Looks like he's a real chip off the old block after all. Thanks for watching. Click the Nicki Swift icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.